Revenge of the Spam Caller's Nemesis, I recently came across a story about someone who was bombarded with over 206 calls from a company, which reminded me of my own experiences dealing with spam callers. As the owner of a service business in the US, I have to answer all my calls myself. Over the years, I've learned that some specific cities and numbers on caller ID are 99% likely to be spam, so I don't bother answering them. During the summer months, I get an astonishing number of spam calls, sometimes as many as 50 or more in a single day. One particular day, I counted 53 spam calls between 7 a.m. and 7 p.m. To pass the time during my slower periods, I often engage with these spammers by pretending to be interested in their products. What I've discovered is that most of these spammers are from call centers that use local numbers to make it seem like they're calling from your area, are essentially screening potential customers for legitimate companies and selling them as leads to make a profit. The people whose numbers they're spoofing often have no idea their number is being used this way. These spammers usually follow a script, asking specific questions to determine whether you fit the lead criteria. If I play along, they might transfer me to another person with an accent or directly to the company using the cold calling service. Goal is always to get as far as possible without arousing suspicion and eventually get the name of the company involved. In one instance, I managed to pull off this trick long enough to get the company's name, a firm based in Little Rock, Arkansas. As soon as they put me through to their rep, I dropped my disguise and told her about the sheer number of spam calls I was receiving daily, wasting my time, and potentially driving away real customers. I then made it clear that for every spam call I received, I would retaliate by calling them specifically and asking for her. The poor woman's voice showed increasing frustration as she pleaded with me to give them a break, saying they had already emailed the company to remove my number from their list. By the fifth or sixth call, her tone was tinged with desperation, and I could sense her helplessness as she begged me to stop making these calls. Finally, I told her what I really wanted, for every company using these spammers to simply stop using them altogether. And with that, I hung up.